good thing about the Electoral College. If we elected our president by popular vote, we would have states like California and New York essentially deciding who the president of the United States would be.
If you were to do a popular vote, presidential candidates wouldn't leave California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois, because that's where the most Americans live. I didn't realize how large California was until I was really looking at the Electoral College numbers. They're almost twice as big as any other state in the union. Presidential candidates would spend almost all their time in California because that's where the most people are.
So the question is, what happened to those folks who live in Montana, who live in Iowa, who live in these smaller, states? How would their voices be heard if big states like California and New York ultimately decide national election?
The week of this election, there was some talk that New Hampshire's 4 Electoral College votes could be the deciding 4 votes in the election. That wouldn't happen in a popular vote. Nobody would be focused on New Hampshire.
That's why it's just so brilliant that the founders came up with the Electoral College so that everybody has representation, everybody has a voice.
And so I think that the Electoral College is good because it requires presidential candidates to really run a full state strategy, a full nation strategy. They've got to be able to pull Electoral College votes from each of the 50 states, as opposed to just pulling people out of the 4 or 5 most populous states.
And that's the beauty of our country, and that's the beauty of the Electoral College. Well, there's been so much talk about, well, we need to vote, popular vote and things like that, and that, again, that just doesn't work with the makeup of this great country.
If you look at the list of all the electors, they're typically either party leaders or they're big donors to the Republican Party, or they're elected officials, Republican elected officials in the states. So every name on that list, they're pretty well-known Republican activists and Republican leaders. I even think congressmen, senators, they're not even allowed to serve, which is nice because it puts the power of the government in the hands of the people. And that's exactly what we're doing as Electoral College members.
So I brought with me today, this is Thursday's mail. This is the mail that I got on one day, last Thursday.
Friday and Saturday, I got over 1,000 letters and emails. I've got stuff coming to my county office, my county cell phone, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere they can contact us.
You read these and you appreciate how wonderful our system of government is, that when we have these conflicts, people sit down to write a letter. It really is, with a pen and a conversation.
Had one lady say, well, if you're an electoral voter and you're going to be selecting the president, why should I vote? My vote don't count. Well, that's wrong, because whoever wins the state popular vote, they get the electoral vote, so it does matter.
So I think it's really heartening to see so many Americans decide that they're going to participate in the process. And they understand that I'm probably not going to change my vote, but they just wanted to be able to say, I participated in the process. I let my voice be heard. And I think that that's something that we should all aim for as citizens of the country. And so this is what being an elector looks like.